I'm Steve Unruh, and the investment property specialist and creator of the Swan Method, helping people sleep well at night through evidence driven real estate decisions. Today, I want to talk about something kind of important, something that millions of Americans are feeling right now, but very few people are actually saying it out loud. They're not really talking about it. I want to talk how the middle class is getting squeezed. I want to talk, and I don't mean emotionally or anything else. I'm talking about mathematically. The numbers no longer work the way they used to. The groceries cost more, insurance costs more, utilities cost more, taxes are up, eating out costs more, borrowing money feels like it costs more. Yet many people's income has stayed the same. And here's what makes this even more dangerous, that most people, when I find out, when I ask, when I talk to them, they are frozen. They don't know what to do. They're trapped in what I have now called the analysis paralysis poverty cycle. They know something needs to change, but the fear of uncertainty and overthinking are keeping them stuck. So let's define what's happening. Let's take this for a minute. So for decades, the middle class, which was the staple of this country, and it still is, don't get me wrong, but it did represent stability. It represented hard work, buying a house, save money, retire someday. The total American dream. Raise a family, so on and so forth. But the rules now have changed. They have. The modern middle class is now trapped between two extremes. You're too wealthy to qualify for any kind of assistance, and yet when I say assistance, you're too wealthy to qualify for welfare, financial assistance for college, for you can't get food stamps, but you're also too financially constrained to have any extra money left over to move up, to live that American dream by, investing extra money, by not taking everything out on a credit card to go on a vacation. That's the squeeze. You're stuck. You get nothing between here. I mean, the what rich and wealthy, they have options. Even the poor have options of getting financial assistance to really move up and out. And the middle class don't. Whatever you get money, that's it. You have to save. And as we know, and we've heard many times, savers are for losers. So they're getting squeezed. And here's the crazy part of it all. Many middle class families actually look successful from the outside. They put the facade on that they look good. They do. They got a nice house, they got 2 cars, good expensive cars. Kids and all that travel sports, vacation photos on social media, but behind the scenes they got excess credit card debt, financial stress, no real assets producing income. They are one paycheck, one financial resource away from calamity. And that's not because they're lazy. That's not because they don't know any better. It's because the system, since they went into school, general public school, made them dependent. Because America became a subscription economy, creditism, monthly car payments, monthly streaming services, monthly cell phones, monthly debt payments, monthly financing all the time. Everybody owns less. They own less than they ever did before, while they're always paying more for the same services. Nothing's new. Now, here's where things become interesting, though, at least I think. A lot of people have been waiting for the housing market to collapse. For it over and over again. Even I've said it. But you know what? The prices are still hovering. They haven't really dropped, and they have not fallen the way many have predicted. Why is that? Well, inventory still remains tight. It does. Millions of homeowners are locked into that 2 and 3% interest rates despite affordability challenges and demands that still exist. So what happened? People waiting for a massive crash became stuck in limbo, and they got stuck behind that fantastic interest rate. And while they waited, inflation kept moving up. Do you remember when the stock market crashed, 5 years ago, or I can't remember, 2022? It dropped, but then it came right back up. And when it came back up so fast, It brought in 17 to 19% inflation with it. And I don't think that's gone away. I mean, I'm no economist, but wow, things just go off for lunch is now 18, 19, 20, $25 for the same thing you got. And I know things move up, but they drastically went up. And you know what else went up? Insurance. Our car insurance went up 30% over the past several years. Maintenance went up. Of course, grocery bills have gone up. Everything went up. And waiting to get that extra income or for something to help you financially became expensive. And this is where the analysis paralysis poverty cycle begins. People start consuming endless amount of information. You take in YouTube videos, you take in all the TikTok, you take the podcasts, market predictions, interest rate theories, this, that, everything. But you never put action. Become so financially educated without being financially active. There was no push because knowledge, without action is just creates frustration. You know better, but you didn't do anything. And eventually people convince themselves that waiting is somehow safer than moving forward. But sometimes doing nothing is the riskiest decision available because and you don't do anything, you're creating your own victim. And think about this: inflation does not pause while you think, opportunity does not freeze while you hesitate. The market keeps moving regardless whether you participate or not, it'll leave you behind. And you're like, oh, I wish I would have done that 10 years ago. Well, 10 years passed. So now let me tell you where I believe the opportunity exists, though. Many homeowners are sitting on significant equity right now because the market did push a lot of homes up. And they don't even realize how powerful that equity can become. Some people are sitting on, I've seen it, 100,000, 200, even up to one place, $300,000 in equity. It's a lot. They can get you a lot. But emotionally, they felt trapped. They got attached to that low interest rate, whatever it is, the fear, and they don't doing it. So a low interest rate does not automatically equal financial freedom because you have a low interest rate. Like, oh, we're doing great. If your entire financial life is under pressure, your equity may actually be your lifeboat. It could actually save you. Capturing equity strategically could help someone eliminate high interest rate debt. Purchase an investment property. That's what I suggest. Somehow create passive income, maybe be a private money lender. Reposition their financial future into a better future and reduce monthly stress dramatically because now you got an extra source of income coming in. And who knows where it could lead you. And this is why I became obsessed with real estate investing because real estate investing actually helps you in multiple ways to win. A W2 job just gives you one move, one source of income, and you work for money and you work all week long. But real estate creates multiple avenues of income. I mean, you got appreciation, you got cash flow, you got principal pay down, right? You got depreciation benefits, it's on your taxes, and you got leverage. You could leverage that to another property and keep producing other ones. That's why investors think differently. It puts you in a different mindset, like the different possibilities. And and on top of that, the most important thing, they stop asking, when will it happen? What will happen? They start thinking, how can I position myself into a more positive financial future? And that shift changes everything in your life. You start looking at a lot of things differently. And this is exactly how I help people. I work with people who are overwhelmed by the market and they want to know how they can help simplify that process. And sometimes that means capturing equity from a home, your current home, or maybe some another home that you have. And then you help analyze that investment property. You can help understand financing, different creative financing, help them connect with lenders that will help them out. Or maybe just develop a simple strategy that actually fits into their lifestyle. I'm not interested in the hype and I'm interested in the underwriting. That's very important. Opportunities that help people sleep well at night because real estate investing should reduce stress, not create chaos for you. The middle class is being squeezed. That part is real. But paralysis is not a strategy. It will lead to poverty. Waiting forever is still a decision. And the people who usually create financial freedom are not the people who knew the most. They're the people who positioned themselves before anyone else felt comfortable. So, hey, I'm Steve Unruh. I'm an investment property specialist. I'm a creator of the SWAN method. If you want to help understanding your options, your equity, or how to get involved in real estate investing, just reach out. And remember, the goal is not just making money. The goal is actually to sleep well at night. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.